Hey guys, time for some more comments. I know you love the banter. I kind of like it too. So we're going to read through the comments on the video where we get emotional about shooting. People do get emotional. I think the content is great. I find it as entertaining as you do. Thank you. Like, this is actually fun. Let's engage with the audience. Plus, the t-shirt game can be humorous as well. Thank you. Break out some of the retired guns and provide your current opinion versus your opinion when you shot them. Beretta and Tanfo opinion might be interesting. You know what? I might do that. I'm not going to say that's not going to be anytime soon, probably. My schedule's idiotic for a while, but maybe I will. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You know, take the Beretta out, give it a spin again. See what I think. Aluminum frame, like the cruiserweight frame. It's not plastic. It's not steel. It's right in the middle. We'll see. All right. From Citizen Carrier, this guy's always up in the comments. Shout out to Citizen Carrier. I like it when you said it's very friendly. It's very simple. There's a lot of elegance to it. Not to sound too damn philosophical, but I heard a saying a while back that there is elegance in simplicity. I like that. It's so true. It is true. The Glock is mechanically simple. It's simple to use. It's simple to learn. I think maybe it's more difficult than other guns to actually shoot really effectively because of, the nature of a striker fired, pistol for carry, but it's a very elegant design. It really is. So easy to do the things with the Glock. And not expensive either. Not the cheapest, but not really expensive for those that care about that. Thank you for your thoughts, Ben. I shoot about 4,000 rounds a year, so not as much as you by a long shot. No, probably not as much. I shoot, just so you guys know, I shoot an insane amount of ammunition. It's not normal what I'm doing. It's a little bit crazy. I'll admit that. I mean, I'm a fiend for this. I like shooting a lot, and it's kind of, I'm wrapped up in it, but, it's good. It's good. All right. As a beginner, the more content I watch, the better I feel about saving money getting a Glock 19. Not sure I see a whole lot of reasons to get anything else until I decide to compete. Well, look, how about this? If you want a gun just to have because you want a gun for whatever, for protection, whatever you want it for, Glock 19 is a good one to get. If you want to train with it, train with it. And then, it's okay to sort of develop your skills and, maybe you'll go to the range, you'll play around with other people's guns, and you can just wait and find something that really speaks to you. If you have money that you want to put into shooting, your time, energy, put it into the training, develop your skills with that gun, and develop your skills in the way that you want to develop them. Like if you're into the, Instagram fast draw stuff, do that. If shooting groups is your deal, do that. I mean, it's a good thing to develop your skills. It really is. Here we go. People are very emotionally invested in hating staccato in particular. Most of these people have probably never shot any 2011. Yes, I wouldn't say people are all like that, but there's a lot of people like in my circle, they're like, why is Ben shooting the staccato? They don't like it. And there's a lot of people that, kind of they're fixated on what was going on with 2011s 15, 20 years ago. That's kind of where they're at. A lot of people just look at the price and have a reaction to that. It's a very interesting brand to shoot and discuss. That's why I bought them and shot them, because it's interesting to people. It's a little bit interesting to me as well, and I enjoy shooting, so it makes sense. Okay, it's nice getting honest, high-volume reviews of guns for us brokies who can't afford to buy tons of different guns. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think that's really, you're not a brokey. It's just normal people are not going to do what I'm doing. What I'm doing is nuts. I will fully admit that. And I have a little bit of a different relationship with the money side of it for a lot of reasons. Like, that doesn't bother me. It's just like, whatever. It's what I'm doing. It's what we're going to do. Okay. I usually take 4 guns to the range. I feel if your fundamentals are up to speed, the gun should perform as intended. But I've noticed I shoot full-sized better than compacts. Other than that, an A-zone's an A-zone. Last outing, I had a PDP Pro, Glock 43X, Bull Armory TAC Pro, and my HK P30L. Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that you're probably not doing that well at shooting, because that's weird to take all the different systems all the time. Like, again, what I'm doing is kind of crazy. Most people are not, like, I don't typically mix systems in the same, or at least, like, I don't shoot different pistols usually in the same session. Sometimes I do, but not usually. Okay. Ben stores all his really old, worn out guns in the refrigerator behind him. Every time he opens the door, they fall out. It is a pain in the ass to put them back in. That's not true. I store my worn out guns elsewhere. Okay. Ben's a pro, and guns are the tools he uses to do his job. The fact that he can and does use the best tool for a particular situation without emotional bias should give him a lot of credibility in any serious shooter's eyes. Well, I like to think so. I mean, it's like if it's a competition thing, I'll pick the gun that, I want to shoot and like kind of massage that and get it in the right division. Like, what do I want to do here? If it's, a military unit or something like that, I'll try to have the same thing. If it's a competition class, try to have something reasonable for that. To me, what I'm concerned about, not so much is my equipment. Like, I'm on YouTube talking about the equipment I use because that's what y'all want to talk about. Like, let's be honest, that's what people want to talk about. But what I'm concerned with for me is building my skills and building my understanding as far as, technique, training. You have to understand equipment too, but I'm concerned with building my skills. That's the primary thing, because I can apply those skills to anything. So that's the key to me. Okay, it's almost as if never. I'm gonna skip that one. Guns are big purchases for most people. Guys seem to put great effort into having professionals like you confirm their buying decisions. If pistols are $50, I think this would all be a much different dynamic. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I've had people who don't know me that well. They just meet me and they're like, "Oh, I don't want you to judge me by my carry gun or something." And I kind of look at them like, "Dude, I don't care what you're carrying. You carry whatever you want, or like shoot whatever you want." Like, I don't like make value judgments about human beings because of what guns they shoot. Like, what? That's kind of crazy. Okay. Yes, people get really emotional about their choices, and they get really pissed when you don't care as much about a gun or caliber or anything else as much as they do. Like, it doesn't matter what gun you have, rather how well you shoot it. Most brands today make great guns. Calibers don't matter either, especially considering for self-defense, but people vehemently deny that. They can't grasp that what I like and what you like and what they like can all be totally different things, and that's okay. Doesn't mean anything because it doesn't matter. Finding what works for you and then getting good with those choices, that's what matters. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't think caliber is not really a very relevant discussion. I don't think. Not really. I mean, for pistols, like 9mm seems okay. Like, if you're shooting really long range stuff, or you want to have some wildcat kind of application, I guess you start paying attention to, you're changing the calibers. But for most people, it doesn't matter. Which of your guns did you have to replace the barrel on when it hit the 150,000 round mark? Just out of curiosity. Well, I had a beater Tanfo. I still remember it. The last two of the serials was 65. It was one of the first ones I got, and it became a training gun. And I do remember in the back of my mind thinking like, oh man, maybe I'll have to change this barrel someday after a few years of training with it. And it got to the point, I couldn't reliably hit a mini popper with it anymore at, 20, 25 yards. And it was just like, whoa, this is a problem. So I think I just got a whole new slide and fit the new slide to it just to change out all those components. Average gun owner buys one gun for less than $1,000 and says, I'm about to make this my whole personality. Yeah, probably. They probably do that. For most people, guns are a hobby, and people are inherently emotional about their hobbies. Yeah, I think that's true, especially the middle-aged white males who can afford the guns and the time to comment about them online, like me. Okay. I love this, the channel in general. There's a special balance here of amazing pistol wizardry being distributed to the masses and high-level trolling to scare away the dorks. Watching you read and answer weird questions is the cherry on top. Yeah, the internet should be fun. Let's have some fun, guys. Have fun. A little bit of trolling, a little bit of banter. It's good. Okay, Ben, I think the big reason people get emotionally invested, 2011s in particular, is because they are buying something they can't actually afford. If you can't buy something twice, then you probably can't afford it. I mean, I actually agree with this sentiment a lot. I do. I will never forget this. I was driving to a class I was going to do, and I was like going down this gravel road to where the range is, and I look, and this guy's got it's a really nice Audi or something, like a nice car, not a crazy car, but it's just a nice Audi, whatever. Um, and he's going 3 miles an hour on this gravel road or 5 miles an hour. I'm not really exaggerating. He was going painfully slow. So I come up behind him. I'm looking like, okay, this guy's probably going to the same place I am. And I just like ease my truck by him, get by. I mean, I was respectful past him and then right on by. And I just remember thinking like, that's an expensive car. To him, it's a nice car. It's a very nice car. But the fact is that car owns him. He doesn't own that car. Like if I have something like that, a car or a gun, like I want to drive it, I want to shoot it, I want to have fun with it. And if I can't if I can't destroy it effectively, then I probably shouldn't have it. I should probably I'm not going to enjoy having it. I mean, I was around that a lot. I've seen a lot of the old men with the Corvettes that just stay in the garage, or a guy that's got this gun that it's the safe queen. It just sits in the safe, and you guys do what you want, but that doesn't appeal to me. If I have a thing, I want to use it. I want to have fun with it. I want to enjoy it. I understand that it's all finite anyway. It's going to go away, or I'm going to go, I'm going to die, or something's going to happen. Like, enjoy it while you got it. Have a good time. All right, Ben, I think people get really tribal about their guns. Yeah, no shit. And they freak out when they realize you're not just going to settle on one platform, therefore validating their choice unequivocally and forever. Yeah, I'm not wed to a platform. I'm not like in a mode where I'm stuck on a platform because of competition reasons. I'm not taking paychecks to shoot a certain gun or market a certain gun. Is actually, to me, it's better to use the access I have to ammunition and range time. I have enough money, I can buy different guns. Like, I should take advantage of this and do it that way and get as much as I can out of shooting that way, because those other aspects of it I've done already. Like I had a 15-year hardcore competition career. I don't need to be wed to a platform now. Okay. They probably cream their diapers when they see you digging on their fanboy gun, only to rage when they see you subsequently ditch their bitch for some new hotness. Except for the Glock, it seems like that ugly hot chick friend that's never too far out of reach and always gets the job done, no matter what. Man, that's true. The Glock's it's dependable, baby. It's like the Toyota Camrys from like the 2000, the ugly brown ones, that color. Man, those things run forever. They're still all over the place. It's like, they're still getting you from point A to point B, buddy. Okay, next comment. Pranka with the Chinese Holosuns. I don't know why you're commenting this to me. Ben saying, well, everyone has Chinese cell phones and nobody complains. Actually, they do complain, but we don't have a choice with that due to monopoly/network effect. Ditto for Chinese transformers, which control our electrical grid. Guy does not even worry about parts availability after COVID. Total airhead on this topic. Man. All right. I'm not like a crazy prepper. I'm a little bit of a prepper. Like making sure that I have things, not for like a civil war, like some kind of crazy situation, but I want to make sure that I have the things I need for far into the future, and I have reasonable preparations for things that I may need in an emergency situation, like have food, stored, not like a crazy amount. I have a little bit of food and have ammunition for a few years because I need to shoot is my thing. I've got extra guns, parts, sights. My houses should be good for like the next 20 years before I need a new roof or something like that, or a furnace, I think maybe 15 years. My cars should be good for like the next 10 years based on what I know about those types of cars, the brands, how the longevity is going to be, that whole thing. Like I take care about all this stuff. I'm pretty up on making sure that I have the things I need. And it's just a little bit weird to me that people will fixate on, oh man, these Chinese communists control those holosuns. Like, doesn't that bother you? It's like, well, I don't really like that, but the American communists control pretty much everything else in my life. And I have like plenty of sites to go. Like getting more friggin' sites is like the last thing I'm worried about. It's like I have plenty of that. So it's just a weird thing to figure. Like that the Holosuns being Chinese specifically bothers gun people is like kind of interesting to me. It's like that's what they choose to fixate on. I've heard people say lighter guns transition faster. All right, I put an answer for this up in training group. I'm not going to skip that one. All right. With the amount of ammo you go through, have you found good ways of transporting it from where you're staying at to the range? Yes, I put it in a car. It's not very dense, or it's not very bulky. It's like easy to move. It's just heavy. All right. This is a topic that's always amused me. Yeah, people get emotionally attached to their gun brands, gun triggers, optics, etc. I have my new favorite pistol, but guns are tools. I don't visit the range with too many fine porcelain artifacts. I still shoot my other guns, just like Steger does. I just don't do it with the same proficiency. Okay, cool. I really think this is a conversation about 2011s and pricing. Ben is a firearms instructor who shoots for his job. And he also shoots a ton personally. It's like, let me just stop there. I don't have to shoot the volume I do. I don't have to do what I'm doing. I make a choice to do this because I want to continue to evolve and grow and learn more and improve my skills. Most instructors that you see on the internet are not doing that shit. They are just making the bank while they can. All right. So he's going to have a different view than a regular guy or even a competitive shooter. I make good money and I can afford to buy any gun, but I still have a varying degree of emotional connection with my guns depending on how much I spent because I bought them with hard-earned money and I want them to work as intended. However, when you buy an $800 Glock and it takes your shit, I can get over that fairly quickly because it's pretty easy to fix most things on that gun outside of a catastrophic failure. Yeah, true. But when my $5,000 2011 takes a shit, I get a little more concerned due to the complexity and cost of the 2011 platform. Most 2011 companies do have outstanding customer service because if they don't, people won't buy that brand anymore due to the high cost. Okay, well, I've seen plenty of 2011 builders that have terrible service, like terrible. The pattern you see inside of USPSA a lot is builder comes onto the scene and they're really fastidious with their production. They become popular. You know, they're reasonably priced, maybe even cheap. And then, you know, they're building great guns and then they start getting flooded. The price goes up, the quality goes down. And that tends to be the cycle. It's very difficult for these like garage industry type dudes to scale, but sometimes they pull it off. All right. I also think, I'm skipping through this. Guy wrote a lot. Same goes to staccato. If you don't change your oil in your car when you're supposed to, sure, it will run, but what damage are you doing to the motor for a long period of time for misuse? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. I think the expectation that Glocks or any gun will never have problems is crazy, especially if you shoot them at the frequency Ben does. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to never have problems. Just my 2 cents on a letter note to wrap this up. Ben looks and sounds like a transient hobo who doesn't like to do laundry and only showers at truck stops. You're not too far off. So I don't think preventative maintenance is his top priority in life. It's not. Ben is a Ricky of Bobby is shooting. He just wants to go fast and equipment be damned. Yeah, like I don't like doing laundry. So I pay my housekeeper to do it. It's like just seems better to me. I don't cut my lawn. I don't do a lot of things that functional adults do because I just give other people money and then they do those things, which to me seems better. But you all do you. All right. Your situation is different from the other 99% of gun owners here watching your videos. Yeah, no shit. That's why you're watching because it's different. I only own 2 handguns, an XC for competition and fun and a C2 for concealed carry. It will take me years to reach 25,000 rounds in the XC, and I'll never even get close to that in the C2. Because in my specific use case, I'm heavily invested in the Staccato brand and the gun's reliability. Appreciate all your content. Yeah, and I don't think what you're doing is crazy at all. If you have a couple, if you like those, shoot those, man. That's cool. All right, I'm not a YouTuber by trade. I do firearm stuff. This really nails why your content is so good compared to the vast majority of other firearms-related channels. The unfortunate reality is that most people can't or won't separate content quality from production quality. Most of the information out there is just produced at a high level, so people suck up the content as if it's gospel. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, like the last few videos I put, I remember like a pretty normal like work day for me, or like what I'm spending my time doing is like, I'm at my site where I'm training at 6 a.m. My actual official training for the group starts at 9. I train on my own from 6 a.m. to like 8:30. Then I do my deal with the class I have. By the time I get out of there, it's like, I don't know, 4 o'clock, something like that. Then I have digital coaching, email. I have all my actual like logistical stuff that I have to do, business. And I will record like a 6-minute YouTube video. It's like I don't know, like maybe I shot 1,200 rounds that day or 1,500. And I supervised another 10,000 being fired. It's just like the dudes that are making YouTube videos, that takes a lot of time. They're not doing what I'm doing. They're making YouTube videos. It's like, I got no hate on guys making YouTube videos. I like watching YouTube, but it's like, don't be confused about what they're actually doing with their time. Okay. I really appreciate the cultivation of comments and content here. Yes, thank you. I want to engage with the audience. I think it's fun to have a back and forth. I don't mind if guys disagree. They throw some banter at me, make fun of me a little bit. That's, whatever. It's all good. Ben's approach to this space is refreshing. It's like all us guys and gals do our own thing and meet up here for a few moments and shoot the shit for a few minutes like mature adults. Usually, it's actually quite rare here on the WebTube. Yes, because I'm not invested too much in YouTube. I understand I'll probably get kicked off here eventually. Based on how my other social media stuff is going, I'll probably get kicked off here. Okay, so I'm like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my thing, do my training, do the stuff I want to do, come on here and talk about it a little bit. Ben, in another note, no, I'm not taking that. In other words, Ben likes toying with you like a cat plays with its prey before it kills it. Maybe. Some of my trolling is it's a little different than people are used to. Anyway, guys, I appreciate the comments and enjoy engaging with y'all. I think it's good. I think we should share experiences, talk about this stuff. It's fine to have different opinions. I think that's lovely. Let's keep it rolling.